Hi guys, that is my vanity and it is horrendous. So I'm going to be cleaning it and kind of like figuring out new ways of storing things that I've already got around my house, like baskets, repurposing baskets or jars or whatever. I don't really know what I'm gonna do. But I'm positive that a lot of the makeup that I have in there is expired, or I don't want it, or I don't need it, and I'm either going to trash, donate, or give away to people that I know. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna be doing today. I'm not excited about it at all, actually. I mean, half the reason why I'm making this video is because if I don't hold myself accountable in this way, I don't think I'll do it at all because I've been meaning to do it probably since I got that vanity, because when I got that vanity, it has this big drawer and it was just easy to shove everything in there, and it was never organized, not for 1 second of the entire time that I've had it. So I also need to like figure out a storage system for inside of it. Like I need little boxes or something to actually organize what's in there, because there are no dividers or anything. It's just one big open drawer. So I've pretty much decided that I can't keep any of my palettes in that drawer because I never reach for them when I do. Like I only reach for what I can see. So it's literally like I'll open the drawer, whatever's on top, that's what I grab. So basically it's been Natasha Denona nonstop for the past 6 months because it's a huge palette and you can't see past it. But yeah, this vanity, which I've already showed you, the actual desk or dress, whatever that thing's called, dressing table, I don't know. But the vanity is from IKEA. I will link it down below if I can find it, if they still have it in stock. The mirror I got on Amazon. I do not know the name of the brand, but I will also link that down below because I have it in my Amazon shop history. And yeah, so I can't stall anymore. I gotta get started.
Okay, so this is today's project. This is my vanity. It is a disaster. So as you can see, this drawer is chock full of just everything with absolutely no storage whatsoever. Down below, we've got some caboodles that are filled with things I have no idea what's inside them. I pointed some acrylic storage to the left, but I am not going to be touching that today. I was overly ambitious. I just need to clear everything off, functionalize everything. Okay, so I'm starting with the drawer, and what I'm basically doing is laying everything out by category. I'm putting most things up on the actual top of my vanity, like blushes, bronzers, highlighters, foundations, base products, all that stuff. The only things that I'm putting on the floor are things that I'm intending to give away, donate, and big palettes, things that are too cumbersome to actually fit on top of my vanity right now. So I will show you what that looks like in a second. Okay, so rough idea of what's happening. These are blushes. Next, we have setting powders. Moving on from there, we have bronzers, which I have absolutely none of in comparison to everything else, apparently. Next to that, there's a big old pile of highlighters, which is shocking because I really don't use highlighter that much, but I've got a million of them. This is a voiceover. If you can't tell, the audio was so quiet on this clip that I just couldn't even justify leaving it in. So now I'm talking to you about the foundations that I have and how there were only 3 in the drawer, but I have many more over here. Single shadows, I only have 3. That's shocking to me, but I guess I just tend to buy palettes more than I do single shadows, which makes sense. This is my Sailor Moon blush, which was already on my vanity, but I decided to move it over with the blushes anyway. Um, this is just a lot. It's a lot of stuff to go through and to deal with. And then all of this stuff on the back of my vanity, I still have to go through and sift and see what I want to keep and give away and what's expired and bad. I'm sure nothing on my vanity is expired, to be fair. Down here, we've got a bunch of brushes that I use regularly. I wash most of my brushes daily, so these are just the ones that I don't wash daily. We have some cream eyeshadows, which are in pots. I have lots of stick cream eyeshadows, but I apparently don't have many potted cream eyeshadows, which is sad because I love cream shadows. These Glossier cloud paints are 100% expired. There's no way they're not, but I'm going to keep them because they're pretty. These are all the mascaras that I had in my vanity. I'm going to venture to say that a lot of them are expired. I know now that a lot of them were expired, but yeah, lots of mascaras. Then we've got eyeshadow palettes. These are just the ones that were in my vanity. I have a bunch more in acrylic storage, but these are like my most frequently reached for ones, I suppose, which is why they were in my vanity. And then this big pile is stuff that I'm getting rid of or stuff that I'm trashing or donating, whatever. Probably most of it is going to go to my friends and family because I don't want to mail anything out. And then these two are not trash. They are two big face palettes that I forgot that I had and I love them. So that's sad. They're also on sale at Sephora right now. And then I had all of these hair products in, or not products, hair accessories in my vanity, like all these ponytail holders, brushes, clips. Yeah, these don't belong in my vanity. I need to find a new place for them. And then this stuff to the left was not in my vanity. It's from another video that I just filmed. But yeah, this is what we're dealing with. Now we have a very empty drawer, sans two little accessories that I didn't know where to sit at the moment. Okay, let's get to cleaning off everything. Blech. Okay, so here's what we're left with. Much, much, much better. So the top of my vanity is pretty much cleared off completely except for one tray on the far right side. And then the inside of this drawer, I tried to categorize by brand as much as I could. I realized after getting in here that it wasn't really practical to get little storage bins or anything because the drawer is not deep enough. So I do have these three little acrylic drawers in the middle, but I'll talk about those in a second. So like I said, this is mostly categorized by brand and not necessarily by product type. There are little product piles that I didn't have multiple things from the same brand, but beyond that, everything is categorized by brand, not product type. There's the concealers in the middle, which are just by product because I don't have like a ton of products from those brands. And also, those are the only concealers I have. There's a little pile of blushes, random stuff like that. But mostly it's brand specific. So I'm going to talk a little bit about the acrylic organizers in the middle because I don't really have much to say about what I'm pointing at. I'm doing a voiceover again because the audio was really quiet. But the acrylic storage in the middle are little drawers from acrylic storage that I had that I don't use anymore. So I repurposed them to serve this purpose because they were really just sitting in my basement, not serving a purpose at all. So I have my concealers in one, I have my Lila Beauty Divine Duos and my Supergoop shimmer shades in another. And then in a larger one, I have my most used eye and face brushes, the ones that I don't wash daily. So in the center here, I also have products that I use regularly, like brow pencils. I don't have a ton of brow pencils, so that's just them. I have an eyelash curler, which I don't use at all, actually. I have really curly lashes, and curling them doesn't do anything but make them bad for me, so I don't even know why I own that. Got some nail clippers in there, some tweezers, and then these tinted lip balms are lip balms that I wear literally daily. They're from Buxom. They're really good. They're plumping lip balms, but they don't really have that tingle. They're just great. And then next to that, I have my SPF lip balm, which is the only SPF lip balm I have, and it's really good. It's from Supergoop. It's the acai one. And then this is the brushes that I talked about. This drawer is just like kind of a larger one from some storage that I think I got on Amazon. And then over here, I just have obviously more products that are being stored, brand specifically, Cover FX, Lila Beauty, and then my one lone Tower 28 blush, which I think is kind of funny. But yeah, this drawer is not very deep and it does go back kind of far, but I did try not to put product back towards the end of the drawer because I just can't see back there. So everything that goes back there is literally lost to the abyss. I'm going to use it for storing like backup products if I have any. And I did say in the beginning that I was going to clean that acrylic storage that I just pointed at, but it was too ambitious. So this tray up here is from TJ Maxx, and I'm using it to store makeup that I'm going to use for the week. So I'm going to swap things out so that I don't forget about stuff that I own, as opposed to like, just keeping random pretty things up there that I don't use every day, because like I said, I just have so much makeup. I tend to forget what I have. So this is going to be my little swap out tray of things that I'm going to use weekly. And hopefully that will get me rotating through products that I don't use very often. Like this week, I've obviously got some Kosas 10 Second Shadows, some Natasha Denona. I have basically all my foundations up there just because I don't necessarily wear the same one every day. And I've got Marc Jacobs highlighter, Marc Jacobs bronzer, and a Charlotte Tilbury palette. Back here, I have all my mascaras and my like pencil products because I just find that it's easier for me to rifle through them when they're in a cup as opposed to being in the drawer. I just find that to be completely impractical for me. So when they're in a cup like that and I can see them all, that makes more sense for me. I'm happy about that. And then I just have my most worn SPFs over there. And I just am really liking the progress that I've made so far. So now we're going to go through all of the trash, all the things I'm getting.
I forgot to show you all that this is how I ended up storing all the palettes that I had. If I can pick this up. This is how, I can't pick it up. It's too heavy. This is how I ended up storing all the palettes that I had in my drawer. This is my cat, Gigi. Hello. So I just ended up putting them in this basket in a way that kind of made sense. They don't fit perfectly, but this is a basket that I had. I didn't want to have to buy anything new. So this is what we ended up with. It's all the palettes that I had in this drawer, which basically amount to the palettes that I use the most because they're the palettes that I have out. All of my other palettes are in this acrylic storage. So yeah, reusing things that I already had, just like the little acrylic drawers and just like that little tray. Okay, so that took forever. It was very, very messy, and I actually have a big pile of stuff that I'm getting rid of. So let's just start with the biggest stuff and then move forward. This has glass glow lip all over it. This is the Rach Loves Pixie palette. The shades are pretty enough, but I just don't reach for it, and I'm going to give it to my mom. My mom really loves highlighter, so I'm going to give it to her, and hopefully she gives it a better home. The formula is nice. I just don't reach for it. If I think when I was going through what's in my drawer, I said that I don't wear highlighter that often. That's 100% the truth. I really don't wear highlighter often at all, just because I have a lot of texture on my face and I don't want to highlight it. This is the Celestial Thunder palette from Dominique Cosmetics. I don't know if I ever used this palette. It came in a BoxyCharm box, and these shades just aren't my jam. Like, I really like that shade, and these two are okay, but like oh gosh, that's some of my, but the rest of them are just not me. I will never, ever, ever use this, so I'm going to give it away. I don't know if I'm gonna give it to my sister-in-law or my mom, but like, genuinely, I don't think I've ever used this. I don't think it's ever been touched other than my finger just going in that one pan. So it's a waste being in my possession when someone else could use it and have fun with it. I just don't ever wear color on my eyes. Like, genuinely, the only shade out of this that I would use on a frequent basis is this one and this one, which honestly, now that I'm looking at it, I'm contemplating keeping it just for those two, but I can't. There's no room. Gotta give it away. Next is a Tarte bronzer. I'm getting rid of this because it is 100% expired. I'm pretty sure I've had this for like 10 years. It's also about to fall out. Is this magnetized? Can you buy a new one? No. Okay, so this is bad. It smells. That's how bad it is. I'm getting rid of this Pixie powder because, like I said, I just don't use highlights. Give that to someone. This Laura Mercier translucent setting powder in the Glow version. This is brand new. I already have one that's opened, and I don't really use the Glow version that much. I do have two translucents that I'm keeping because I do use those a lot. The Glow version I just won't use. I'm pretty sure my mom would love this, so I'm going to give it to her so she can enjoy it. I have a couple of Laura Mercier highlighters that I just, I won't ever use. They either aren't the right shades for me, or yeah, they're just like, this one's too much. They will be well loved for sure. This Cargo Cosmetics blush, I'm getting rid of it because I just don't use it. I really haven't used it that much. I might have only just swatched it, honestly. I really don't know, but I'm probably gonna give this to my mom because she doesn't care if I've used it, and it's perfectly fine. It's not super old. It's just not the right shade for me. My mom has a little bit deeper skin tone than I do, so I feel like that's like a darker shade, and I feel like it will complement her skin more than it will mine. It tends to just make me look kind of ill because I guess I'm heavy-handed and I don't know how to apply blush lightly. So a bunch of like mascaras, brow gels, eyeliners, like a bunch of mascaras, brow gels, eyeliners, all of these. So we've got the It Cosmetics Lash Blowout, the Milk Kush Fiber Brow, Power Up from Butter London, Too Faced, Damn Girl, Hourglass, what is this called? Caution. We got a Charlotte Tilbury one, a NYX one, a Marc Jacobs one. I'm getting rid of all these because they're old. They're really, really old. I'm pretty sure I've used this up, and actually rediscovering this in my vanity has made me realize that I need to buy a new one before the Sephora sale ends because I love this mascara. I forgot about it. How did I forget about it? It's legitimately one of my favorite mascaras ever, and I forgot about it. So cleaning out your stuff, especially when it's all organized in this big deep drawer where you can't see half of it, it's a good idea because it makes you rediscover things that you really liked but you forgot existed. So I'm gonna repurchase that. I really liked most of these. I didn't like the Charlotte Tilbury one. I didn't like Damn Girl. I did like Power Up from Butter London, but it's just bad now. I love Hourglass Caution. That's why I have so many of them. This one is great. The NYX Worth the Hype. It's really, really good. It is worth the hype, and it's very affordable. I didn't love Marc Jacobs Noir Brow, but I'm like alone in that feeling because I feel like everyone loved it. And I absolutely hated Kush Brow from Milk Makeup. I thought it was so wet. I don't know. I just didn't like it. So this eyeshadow is going to my mom. It's just not my favorite shade, and it's brand new. I'll never use it, so it's going to my mom. We've got an old foundation here from Kevin Aquan. I actually might not get rid of this. This might still be okay. We've got another mascara, Big Ego from Tarte. I hated this mascara. I thought it was horrible. Lash Domination from Bare Minerals is actually really good. This is just old now. Billion Dollar Brow, the Microblade Effect Brow Pen. I hated this. If you don't wear any makeup or if you do your brows before you do your foundation, this might work for you. It's a brow, like a brow marker. And I just found that so much foundation and like concealer and stuff would build up on that felt tip that it just wouldn't dispense product. So it just didn't work for me. And I feel like it's got so much buildup on the tip that it's ruined. So I'm just gonna throw that away. These ColourPop No Filter concealers, I think these broke me out. They're really old now. They're separated. If you can see, there's like a layer of weird liquid on them. But I'm pretty sure these broke me out. So I am getting rid of them. I'm just gonna throw these away because I don't feel like they are new enough to give to someone. I have a ton of extremely old eyeliners and lip liners. Actually, these lip liners from Thrive are not old, so I'm gonna keep those. This Cargo Cosmetics liquid eyeliner, I really didn't like this. This has the thickest tip. If you're bad at applying eyeliner, this is really not the one for you. I mean, I could make it work because I'm so used to wearing eyeliner, but I just prefer a finer tip, like for reals. So all of these, the NYX Epic Ink Liner, I love this. I love this. It's one of the best liquid eyeliners, but these are old, they're bad, they're gone off. Got 3 of them actually. This lip liner is going to my mom. It is not bad. I just don't ever wear lip liner, so off to my mother it goes. This eyeliner, I just never used it. I have another purple one that I use, so this one's gonna be given away to someone in my life. This is legitimately 10 years old. This is a Lancome Lacron Kohl. I don't know how to say that, but it is 10 years old. These are also 10 years old. These Stila smudge sticks, I haven't used those literally since I was in high school. I do not know how I still have them. This Appeal Gel Liner, I might actually keep this. I don't think I ever used it. I don't think I even remembered I had it, but I thought it was old, so I threw it in this pile, but it's not old. I think that this came in a BoxyCharm in the last 6 months or so. So, and considering I've never used it, it seems fine. It's a nice green shade. I have green eyes, so make it work. These Lila Beauty, this is a broken bronzer. I'm pretty sure I can send these back to them. I just never used this. This was a powder foundation. It was the wrong shade for me, and it had basically no coverage, so I just never used it. I'm pretty sure I can send these back to Lila Beauty and they'll recycle them in some way. This was the wrong shade for me. I really like the formula of this. This is the Marvelous Matte Cream Foundation, but it was just the wrong shade. It's way too light on me. It makes me look really, really ill. So I can't wear it. So I'm gonna figure out what to do with these, or if I can remove the pans and repurpose them somehow, because they are so heavy. They're metal. Can't give them away because they're broken or really used or really old. The powder foundation's really old, but I'm pretty sure they have like a recycle program for their pebbles, so I'm gonna look into that. Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is so old. It's definitely gone off. Too Faced Better Than Sex. I hate this mascara. No offense. I used to love it. I feel like they reformulated it because now I hate it. It just runs and runs and runs. It's awful. But that's old also anyway. Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Pencil and a Stila Smudge Stick. Same deal as all the other eyeliners. These are like 10 years old. I do not know how I continue to have them, but they're just really old. PYT Beauty Primed and Ready Mascara. I don't like this. This is not old. I wish that I liked it. I don't feel like I can give it away because it's a mascara, but it just doesn't do anything at all for my lashes. Like I don't have on that much mascara today, so you can't like really see my lashes, but my lashes are pretty long and it's really not hard to make them look pretty good. So I was really shocked that this mascara just wouldn't work for me, but I think I have to throw it away because I don't feel like I can give it away. I just didn't like it. I didn't feel like it did anything for me. Ace Beauty's Shadow Single. I'm gonna give this to my mom. This is just a coppery color that I have a bazillion of this same shade that I just can't justify keeping another one, especially in a single. It just gets lost and I never use it. I don't think I've ever used it ever. This Zoella Pressed Powder Highlighter. Again, probably going to my mom or my sister-in-law. It's just the wrong shade for me. It's a rose gold type shade and that just doesn't complement my skin tone. So off it goes to a new home. A Pollen Joe blush, same deal. This is just not the right shade for me. It doesn't look good on me in my opinion. You know, they say that like blushes that are the color of your lips or the color of the inside of your lips are the appropriate shades for you, and I feel like this is really close, but it looks horrible on me. It makes me look sick. It makes me look like I need to go to the hospital immediately because there's something seriously wrong. Next is this Ilia Illuminator, and I'm getting rid of it purely because it smells like it's gone bad. I've had it for a while. I don't tend to use this because I feel like it works better on bare skin. I feel like it doesn't layer over makeup well. I feel that way about a lot of stick products. I just feel like they're too hard, like you have to press too hard to get the product on and it like wipes away your foundation or your base or whatever you're wearing. So I feel like this is better suited for someone who doesn't wear a lot of base products. So I just tended to never use this. I swatched it and it's really pretty, but I feel like it's gone bad. I just feel like it smells really bad. It smells like it's gone off, so I'm not gonna keep that. This Honest Beauty Magic Beauty Balm Stick, I have no use for this. Like, it's not, the only way that I would use this is as a lip balm, and it just doesn't work very well as a lip balm. I'm gonna throw this away because it's a lip product and I've rubbed it all over my lips and I would feel weird giving it to someone else. But I don't love it. So, Tarte's Clay Paint Liner. I love this stuff, but it's so old. I've had it for a bazillion years. I've just kind of trended towards using like liquid liners that are in actual pens already. So this is a little bit more hassle than I need. And it's a million years old. And this Laura Geller Blush and Bright in Apricot Berry, I've literally had this 10 years. It's definitely expired and I never ever use it. This M Cosmetics Rose Milk, I don't even know what this is called. It's a blush. I don't like the packaging of these. I can't get them to work. So that's why I'm giving this away. It literally just takes up space in my vanity. It is really pretty. It is really cute, but it just doesn't work for me. An Empty Fenty Beauty Volume Lift and Curl Mascara. Is that really what this is called? Yeah, this is just dead. I've used it to death. I really liked it. Milk Makeup Bronzing Stick. I do not know how anyone could get through this before it expires. I used to use this like every single day and it is fully expired. It is really old. It's like 3 or 4 years old. And I didn't even get through like half of it. So I'm not sure how anyone could get through a full size of these. They make a mini one. It's a really good matte bronzing stick, but I would definitely get the mini. We got 2 Buxom blushes. I love these blushes. These are the Wanderlust Prime Infused blushes. They're really, really good, but these shades just aren't my shades, man. They don't work for me. So they are going to a new home. This Cover FX Highlight Trio. These are the Spotlight Loose Powders. This is in the darker shades. So I don't know who I'm going to give this to, but it just doesn't work for my skin. The CoverGirl Melting Pout Matte. I'm pretty sure I never use this. I don't use lip products that much, so it's taking up space in my vanity. The Milk Makeup Holographic Stick. I had the same issue with this that I did with the Ilia. I just feel like it takes too much work to apply it over top of foundation. I feel like it works best on people who don't wear a lot of makeup. Legendary Brow from Charlotte Tilbury. This is just dead. I've used it up. I really, really liked this. I really loved the skinny little wand, and I only kept it because the packaging's so pretty, but time to go. Okay, and that's all I'm gonna go through with all the stuff that I'm getting rid of and why.
I did want to quickly mention before I went that with all the mascaras that I'm throwing away, I am going to remove the wands and clean them and donate them to Wands for Wildlife, which is an initiative by the Appalachian Wildlife Refuge. They take up collections in February and October for clean mascara wands that they use to clean off like tiny bugs and debris and things from small rescued animals. I've donated to them many times in the past and I really love them. So I will link them down below if you want to check them out as well.
So yeah, this was not probably the best organization video ever, but it was an organization video. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I hope you enjoyed looking at all of my trash, and let me know what you've been organizing lately, because I must know. Must. I am living to organize right now, and the only reason I put this off for so long is because, did you see it? There was just a lot. It's a lot of stuff, and it's so hard to decide what to keep and what to give away, especially when so much of it is like, it's good. Like all this stuff sitting in front of me, it's all perfectly good. I could use all of it. And then there's so much more that I didn't show you because I just don't have the time. I mean, I've already been talking for like 20 minutes, so that's a lot. It's a lot of trash. And like, I'm positive that in my acrylic storage and in that basket underneath, I have way more trash because there are palettes in there that I've had since I was 15. Like, no joke. I don't know why I hold on to these things. They start to smell. I mean, it's not like they're just, you know, powders that survive forever. They do go bad. So, okay, I'm done talking. I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for organizing with me. I will see you all later. Bye.